Today's video, we're going to talk about, does Instagram Explorer and the Explore Home ad placements and via running Facebook ads on Instagram, are they profitable compared to the other placements? Facebook feed, Instagram feed, and so forth. The answer to that is, oh yeah, it is, baby. And I'm going to explain exactly how much more profitable it is with the case study and information I'm going to share with you in today's video. So make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to go over the hard, raw numbers here on this particular video so you can see how much this is going to make for you. For the most part, the downside of using these two placements, the Explore Home and Instagram Explore page, to advertise, which is when you click the Explore tab on Instagram, that's what you're getting into, and I'll go into specifics on this video. But the downside to it is that there's a little less volume there. But if you are in a position where your ROI is not great enough, you can use these placements individually by selecting them individually in your Facebook account and use it as a way to get 3 to 4, even 5 times the ROI than the regular feed placements will via your Facebook ads account. And that's the main use case for it, because if it already works to run ads on the Facebook feed, Instagram feed, well, this is just icing on the cake. It'll get you more results. So if you aren't profitable enough, this is actually can make you profitable. Maybe not quite with the most volume you could possibly get, but with decent volume. So I'll go over the details on that, about all of that on my video. Before I get into the content though, if you do not know who I am yet, I am Corey Ziman, owner of Guaranteed PPC, an online advertising agency that specializes in guaranteeing results for their clients. That is, we do not charge our clients management fees until we can get them a certain minimum lift in their profitability, basically in excess of the management fees that we charge. We're the only agency out there who offers any kind of similar guarantee, which should tell you something about the quality of the information on this video. So with that said, getting into the content. Now, I drew a really brilliant diagram / image here of what Instagram Explorer and the Explore Home ad placements are on through Instagram, okay? In short, you have, of course, on Instagram on your left-hand side, there's different tabs there. There's one that says Explore. You click on that and it takes you to the Explore page, and it'll be a grid pattern like this, okay? When you run Instagram Explore Home ads, your ad will be one of these squares here. And when you click on it, it'll open up. You know, this is more so showing you like what it looks like on mobile, but on desktop it's similar. And you're gonna have your ad show up there at the very top, just like you would see your ad on an Instagram feed placement or on the Instagram feed itself, okay, for the user. Down below that particular ad, once they click on your ad via the Explore page or Explore tab, they see it underneath. If you keep scrolling, that's going to be your Explore feed, as Instagram calls it, and your Instagram's Explore placement. And this is how I got the data. If you go into your Facebook ads account, or Meta ads account as it's called now, out of the campaign menu, you go ahead and you split rows by placement. It'll tell you what the performance of your ads were, clicks, conversions, all of it, assuming you have your conversion tracking set up for each placement. And it'll be, you know, like Facebook Marketplace, Facebook video feed, on and on and on. So you can see what the ROI and cost per conversion and all of that is for each placement that you can run ads on, which altogether there's, I don't know the exact number, but close to 20 to 30 different placements between Facebook and Instagram together where you could actually run ads via your Facebook ads account, okay? So most people will either go just the feed or they'll go everything, or maybe a big category of people will do everything minus the audience network, because audience network generally isn't that great outside of remarketing. I'm going to make a video about that as well. But they don't really get into the particulars like, oh, is, you know, the Explore Home placement profitable or not. They just do it or they don't do it. And they don't put too much thought into it. I made this video so people can start putting thought into it. And when they aren't getting a return that they want, they can scale back their ads to certain placements that are typically more profitable. And that's why I made this video. Anyway, under your campaign menu, you can see your ad performance by placement, and Instagram Explore is going to be, once people open up your ad from the Explore tab and they start scrolling, that's where your ads typically placed. And for the Explore Home, it's when people on the Explore tab itself click on the ad and then it expands where you're taken to. That's your ad for that particular placement. Got it? Okay, so now that I covered that, I can get into the case study where we had a client who's in the garage beautification space. So they're doing garage floors. They go in and put a nice fancy pegboard up. They basically take your garage and they remodel it. Not remodeling it from the standpoint that, of course, they're putting new drywall up, that kind of thing, like you would do a kitchen remodel. It's you really organize, create really good storage compartments, that kind of thing. Similar to, there's another business I work with that does closet, where the really, really good closet upgrades, where you have, they put in really good dividers in there and so on and so forth. This is basically kind of like that, okay? What I've done here, though, is I went over what our cost per acquisition is for this client. That is, should I say, cost per conversion, what we're paying for a lead, and through our Facebook ad account overall from all the placements. And we run all the placements except for the audience network for this particular client. And so what I got then as a result of that, we've been running ads a long, long time. Cost per lead for Facebook feed, Instagram Explore, and Explore Home. So you could directly compare what your cost per conversion will typically be for each one of these separately, so you can understand what the opportunity is singling out the Instagram Explore and Explore Home placements for your business when you're running your Facebook ads. Before I get into these numbers here though, beyond this, if you like the information I'm giving you, which you should, because nobody's giving you information like this on this channel, you should subscribe to this channel because I go over all these micro details that actually make you a lot of money with ads that nobody else is going over. And I'm able to do that because I manage dozens of ad accounts on an ongoing basis. When I say manage, I mean just the strategies. We got a team that helps execute things. My job, 40 hours a week, is just figuring out what works with ads as well as what doesn't. And I've got my hands on lots and lots of data, and I cover what works and what doesn't work on this channel. So, which is unique because most other people don't have access to that data. They're not managing the ads themselves. They're trying to make money on books and courses and all this. They don't manage any ads themselves. The information's useless, practically speaking. So if you're serious about making money with ads, you should subscribe to this channel already. If you haven't already, you should check out my blog while you're at it at guaranteedppc.com/blog. The blog has even better information on it in terms of how to actually get results with ads, how to guarantee your results the way that we do it for clients, and with screenshots, with everything you need to use it and do them. So check that out as well if you like the channel. If you have any questions about anything I'm covering here or any other ad related question or marketing related question, you can always leave me a comment in the comment section. I get back to every single person who leaves me a question or comment on this channel, typically within 24 to 48 hours time. Going into what I was about ready to cover here. So on the overall for this garage beautification service business, we were at $138 per lead overall between all placements. And those all placements were everything minus audience network because we didn't do it, as I mentioned a minute ago. Beyond that, what do you think the difference was in the cost per lead that we were getting for this business, which $138 was profitable because the average ticket size for this is in the multiple thousands of dollars. We're talking 5 to 10 grand in engagement on average. Okay, so this is profitable. And this is, leads that are going to convert at least 1 in 7 leads are going to turn into a sale. With that said, Facebook feed was $134 average cost per lead. So that's almost the same as what the overall average is for all the different placements together. And this is with the campaign that we did. I looked at the last 2 years data to find so that we had statistically significant information. This was on 304 conversions. Beyond that, we did Instagram feed here. I pulled the data for Instagram feed. We were at $114 per lead there on the Instagram feed, and this was of a total of 218 conversions. Then we have Instagram Explore itself, which again, this is the feed once you open up an Explore ad. We were at $36 a lead with a total of 64 conversions. So 2 things here. One of which is your cost per lead is literally 75% or more less than what we're averaging on these feed placements On top of that, second thing being that your volume is going to be less. As I mentioned at the start of this video, the downside of advertising and picking certain placements to advertise on that may or may not be better ROI, or should I say maybe better ROI for you, your volume is going to be less. Which, when it comes to ads and running ads online, that's always what it is. It's, can you narrow down your ads enough to get to profitability? Because there's people that want to buy. It's just, can you figure out where they're at? Because if you can figure out where they're at, you'll make money, given that if you could just get in front of the buyers, the cost of advertising would be almost nothing. So that's always kind of like the number one goal. And you got to find an audience that has at least 1% or more of buyers, because if you don't, you're going to spend so much money advertising to the people who don't buy that your ads are not profitable anymore. So this is just one easy way to scale it down to get to where the buyers, to get a higher concentration of buyers. Why does it actually convert better given it's just the same people you're targeting, which it was? The reason for that is because this doesn't typically look like your standard ad. People are already trained to block out ads on the feed. They're scrolling down and they're saying, is this an ad? Yes or no? Oh, it's an ad, skip. Is this an ad? No. Okay, I'll look at it. Is this an ad? Skip. And there's no indication on the Explore tab when your ad is there that this is an ad. You have to open it up, and then even then, unless you're really paying attention, you cannot tell it's an ad. It does say sponsored in the upper left, but you're not expecting to see that because you're not expecting your ad to be there in the first place. Now, people might eventually change, but for now, they're not asking themselves, is this an ad or is this not, when they initially see your ad. Therefore, it's going to get a much higher engagement rate. And a lot of people, like I was mentioning before, they either go only feed or everything. A lot of people think that the Explore ads don't work because back in the day, ads that weren't in the feed typically didn't work. And so you got a lot of hangover from that. It's carrying over today where people don't know that the Explore tab ads or placements work better than the feed, and they're staying away from it, which is your opportunity. We also pulled the numbers out for the Explore Home, which is your typical ad on the Explore tab directly, as I mentioned. And that in itself was $48 per lead, so higher than on the Explore feed itself, but we also had a bit more volume as well, 81 leads altogether. So that perfectly explains why exactly you would want to advertise on the Explore tab on Instagram. Typically, Instagram and a lot of markets will convert better than Facebook, and then within Instagram by itself, you will make more money advertising on the Explore tab than on the regular feed. Got it? So, and then with that said, if you aren't still making money even when you narrow your placements down to the Explore tab, reach out to me at my agency at guaranteedppc.com. I'll tell you exactly how to get the results you want, assuming it's possible to get you the results that you want, given you have something marketable to sell. And we will not take a management fee until you get to a certain level of profitability, like we do with other clients. It's guaranteedppc.com if you want to reach out to me about that. We also sell ad templates. If you've already worked in your niche market and gotten the results you're looking for, we can sell you the winning ads, landing pages, campaign templates that work for your market, and copy paste that into your ad account. You'll get the results that we got in a different city or country that you're in, that our client's not in. We also, I've been doing coaching and consulting with individuals as well. Every single person who's reached out for coaching consulting comes back for more coaching because the information that they get on those calls is so good as a result. And because I'm so well trained in spotting issues that clients have, and that a lot of times your ads are not working because your landing pages are not working. Your sales process is not set up right. And I'm able to spot these issues asking a client a few questions. And regardless if you're not getting enough leads, the cost per lead's too high, whatever, I can help you figure out what those issues are so you can get back to growing the profitability of your company. So if you're interested in that, you can also reach out to me at my agency at guaranteedppc.com. With all that said, that goes over what I wanted to explain about Instagram Explore and Explore Home. I will recommend to you that if you want to really make money in today's environment, giving ads are not cheap, they're expensive, and you're competing against people that in a lot of markets, they themselves have ad experts. And if you're not having a better ad expert working on your ads than your competition has, it's really hard to make money because the ad platforms pick favorites on who they want to show, and they want to show the ads that give the user the best experience and do everything they can to encourage those people to stay around, giving them the best traffic, the cheapest clicks, everything. That you just want to, if you're going to really explode at your company, you got to have not a 5 out of 5 ad team, but a 9 out of 10 ad team. To really make it, we are offering our services for free at our agency to you, to other companies that are willing to give us a piece of your business and partner with us. We'll do all your ads for you. We'll even give you a cash injection into starting ad spend to get the ball rolling in exchange for a piece of your ongoing increase in revenue. So if you're doing $1 million a year, anything we do beyond that, we get between 1 and 10% of the gross, and we'll run all your ads and we'll explode your sales. We've done this with several companies now, of which we can give you actual names, actual references where we've done this that are making many more millions a year in sales. If you want to work with the best thing to do is just partner with the company that does the best work, where if you make money, they make more money because you got somebody who's going to put every bit of resources into your ads possible because it's profitable for that agency to do so, not holding anything back. So if you're interested in that, you can also reach out to me at guaranteedppc.com. We don't take on brand new startups that are pre-revenue, but if you think you got something that we would like to invest in, let me know. We'll talk about it. But with that said, I'll wrap it up with that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Remember when I said Facebook ads was important during this video? Well, this video here tells you how to do it.